Today I'd like to show you a demo of Red Hat Insights integrated with Red Hat Satellite. Now I've got a few hosts pre-registered into Red Hat Insights and Red Hat Satellites, which we'll look at today. We'll go to the Insights Overview menu within Red Hat Satellite, and we'll see a few systems here that are registered, both with Insights and through Red Hat Satellite. We'll get an action summary on the right-hand side here, categorized by criticality of the issues that Red Hat Insights has discovered. So let's go take a look at our inventory. In the demo today, I'd like to take you through a remediation that will run on test.dev.ludwire.ca host. When we click on the host, we'll get to see all of the remediations that Red Hat Insights has identified for this particular host. We can see that Insights has ranked the impact, the likelihood, and the total risk of each issue. The impact being the impact of the issue, likelihood as in how likely are we to run into this issue in the wild, and the total risk of applying the remediation that is recommended. With each issue, there's a blue Ansible bubble, and this bubble will either be blue or gray, and this will indicate that Red Hat Insights has a supported rule set to automatically generate an Ansible playbook to resolve this issue. What we're going to focus on today is this last issue here, decreased security in OpenSSH settings. We can see that the impact is very low, the likelihood is low, and the total risk of applying the change is really low. Once we've clicked on the insight and expanded it, we are presented with some steps to resolve the issue. Here in this case, we can update the OpenSSH server and modify SSH daemon configuration to include these new ciphers, and then finally restarting the service. So let's walk through that today. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the left to the Insights menu and click on Planner. Here we'll be able to create a plan and include any or all of the remediations that Insights has identified. So we'll click on Create a Plan. We will name this Fix OpenSSH. And below we can see all of the issues across all of the systems that Insights has identified, as well as if there is a supported and built playbook to remediate that issue. For this particular demo, we're going to narrow it down to just this test host. And we're going to use the very last remediation, the OpenSSH one. I'll check this and I'll save it. So here we see the built plan. We've got the list of actions that we're going to remediate. We've got the list of systems and the actions on them. And finally, we've got the playbook. This will show the resolution, which in this case, we're going to update the OpenSSH server package and replace the ciphers and max line in the SSHD configuration, and finally restart the service. You'll also notice that Red Hat Insights suggests that this playbook does not require a system reboot. So the risk of change overall is very low. So from here, we can also further customize how this playbook will run. For example, if we wanted to schedule this for future execution, perhaps in a maintenance window, or if we wanted to set up recurring execution, we could do that as well from this menu. We can also download the playbook directly. And we can see that Insights has built this playbook specifically for this host and to target the issues that we've checked when we built the plan. So before we run the remediation, let's do a check on the system to compare the before and after state. We can see that the client, the server, is already registered with Insights using the status flag in the Insights client utility. And let's check the version of the OpenSSH server that's here, as well as the different fields that are present or not present in the config file. Okay. So now we're ready to run the playbook. Let's go ahead and do that. So this is going to get kicked off as a job task within Satellite. And we can see that the status of this task is running. So it's going to go out and it's going to apply that playbook to the test.dev.ludwar.ca host and apply the remediation. This may take a few minutes as it checks the state of the host and runs through the tasks in the playbook. So I've given the task a couple of minutes to run, and we can see that it's come back as successful. We can click into the job task and we get to see the output of the playbook run. We can see it does a quick check on the insights report, and it has updated the OpenSSH server package as well as replaced the cipher lines here, and exit status was okay. So now going back to our insights inventory, we can see that the actions here has been updated. It used to be 21 before we ran the remediation. Now it's 20. If we click on the host and expand it, we'll see that the OpenSSH issue is no longer listed at the bottom. What happened as well as part of the remediation is the Red Hat Insights utility was run once more to give us an updated report for the host. Now back on the server, let's compare the changes directly. We can see that the version of the OpenSSH server has been updated from 6.4 to 7.4. We also see that the ciphers have been added to the SSH daemon config file and the MACs as well. So we verified that the remediation was successful.